And they have a tendency to feel that these camps are problems. How do you see hunting camps?
Hunting camps are part of our social fabric in Trinidad and Tobago, particularly in Trinidad, less so in Tobago. But the camaraderie, the relationships, the bonds that are formed in hunting camps, where there is clean, healthy recreation going down, can really be, compared to a lot of other situations out there. You see the boys on the block, you see the boys sitting around a culvert with a beer in their hand. That is a different type of camaraderie. In the hunting camp, I'm not telling you you're not going to see the share beer, right? But the whole atmosphere, the whole purpose, the whole function of it, and the whole relationship is totally different and totally healthy.
Okay.
People, again, guided by political stimulus, and this was naked political stimulus, talked about the illegal activity that could go on in hunters' camps. Yeah. I just passed and gave big wave and hail out to the hunters in at least 20 camps for this afternoon alone, between here and Navet Gate and coming back the other side. All the camps are open. From on the road, you can see everything that's in and every person that's in the camp. Outside of the hunting season, you'll find nobody occupy those camps. Not even gardeners really occupy them.
Okay.
Follow, huh? Yeah. You drive through the whole of Trinity Hills, right? The whole Guaguari Road, and you will see camp after camp after camp, 100 yards at most from the roadside, and all vacant. So right. where are the camps that these things are going down? If you go now deep into the forest where the guys are cultivating, there you're going to find camps where things may go wrong, but those guys tend to shoot back. So the politicians don't play with them. We look like a soft target. You see the hunters on these camps, we want to remove these camps because all kind of things go on in the camp.
Yeah, well, we have always been hearing about they want to remove the camps. They want to remove the camps.
Pure political chess beating.
Yeah. And I mean, I have always been emphasizing also the camps. Marijuana plantations do not build camps near the road. They have
deep
to be
inside.
They put the camp quite inside.
Yeah.
Right? So it's definitely, the camp is very close to the road. It is out there for inspection. Anybody wants to, game warden, anybody want to go into that camp? They can
and
go
they do. You know, you walk in, people using the road walking. Little rain come down, look at camp, you go inside the shelter, they know they're quite welcome, quite happy.
Right. And that is what we have to do. I mean, having these camps there, as you rightly say, we have the socialization of the people. But the camps also play a very important role in that if the hunters lost their dogs, it's a housing point.
Come back
right.
to the camp.
This is, it come like the point where we let them go from. So they will be coming back here. They're easy for us to find, right? And that is a very valuable issue. Another person who is using the forest, for example, if you're going to use the forest around here, or whatever, and you fall sick or something, you're waiting on somebody, you use one of the camp.
You got a camp available
right.
all the time. It's
so
always accessible.
The camp is always accessible for any forest user. And we do not have the government or any agency that actually building these facilities in the forest environment. Yet, we're talking about trails, we're talking about people using the forest for all type of reasons. There's no housing in the forest. Hunters are putting up housing here to benefit them, of course, firstly, but it also benefits all the other people who come into the area, right? Students come to this camp. A lot of students from UE, a lot of students from UTT. For that matter, we are thinking about this camp here now to change the name of it and put it as a research station. And the reason for that is that the amount of people keep on asking us for this is that. This is a forest camp. As far as we're concerned, it's a camp.
Yeah.
But people who doing research, people who want to do things, they want a place to stay. They ask us to do that. Right?
Most convenient place in the
and they ask you to use it, We give them permission to use it. They're very thankful. Once a year they come once. They steady keep on coming, right? So forest camps really is part of the, how you put it, I feel is part of the environment. It has to be, you have camp, we use the camp for hunting, and we use the camp for other purposes out there. Hunters, the government of Trinidad and Tobago do build those centers. They don't build centers in the forest. But that matter, these camps, you could come, we have lectures here. For that matter, the tree planting day was held in this camp. And we had the minister even coming in and actually saying, talking about forest conservation and so on, whether they believe it or not. But the point here is that they actually come.
Yep.
Right? So I think that the forest camp, as we say, I agree with what you're saying in some sense. It plays an important role.
Oh, absolutely. You know, all the guys that I passed this afternoon alone as one afternoon when working. All of those fellows, you push them out of the camps, you push them out of the forest environment, you tell them go and do other things. Some of them going to get into antisocial things.
And not only that, they may just go deeper in the forest.
And deeper adds up to antisocial because the people who will borrow a camp from them in the 7 months of cool season are not people that you want.
Not people who you want to go to school and so on. Those are people out there that is different. People want to see, as you say, the camp, you could inspect it, anybody could see it. It is near the road and we are there. No. And not that we are occupying lands. Every year we move like a nomadic tribe and we keep on cutting down forests, you know. We
have a camp in Cedar Grove in Mero. I've been there now more than 50 years.
That's the idea.
One camp.
One camp.
Yeah.
We're not cutting any new areas and so on. For that matter, this camp here was where the conservation of the forest, the replantation, how you call it, the people who reforestation. Yeah. They were using this site. They have already damaged this site. They used to have a wooden camp here, and we actually at least tried to make a more permanent camp. Now people started to talk about these galvanized and these things, these galvanized iron and these type of camp. The reason that we use the galvanized iron is that we don't have to cut the forest every year, right?
You save it a whole lot of car.
A whole lot of car. You saving the whole question of all these trees and things wrong way of making camp with.
There's a danger, Mohan, in overselling the benefits of the hunting camps. That some well-meaning minister is going to figure, well, look, I can do it even better than you can, and just look around the savannah, the old vans and donkey carts that used to sell coconuts are now looking like something out of Rio de Janeiro, right? So be careful now, ministers start giving you specifications for your camp, you know.
Yes.
And meaning well and figure, yes, I know, you can do better than this, man.
Yes. Well, as I said
Tell
before,
them just leave the hunters alone.
Yes, just leave the hunters alone. And I mean, the hunters are moving this thing one step further. People have to realize, if we want to convert this into a research station, we convert it to a research station because we probably have a need to really understand wildlife. We more on a practical format, and more people are educated in this, is the better chances of our wildlife surviving. And if the wildlife surviving through the ages, because you will put better management systems in place, and you wouldn't only just, as you say, do things by hopes. If it pleases you, you do that.
Unfortunately, that's how we function in so many areas.
So we have to think that. As we say, we keep on saying, if there is no wildlife, there would be no hunting. And we have to go in that direction in trying to ensure that people become more knowledgeable, especially the people who make decisions. Because if they make the wrong decision, like for example closing seasons and all these things, you will have a lot of poachers forming there and there's no control of them. They don't give moratorium for poachers, you know.
But unfortunately, longest lifespan of any minister with responsibility for conservation is 5 years maximum.
Yes. And when they go,
And very
everything
often
goes.
they change twice during the course of that 5 years.
Right.
So none of them have the vested interest in really learning and understanding what the dynamics of the forest ecosystem, because the Prime Minister going to put me over in another ministry next 3 weeks.
But you know, that what you're saying is something, it's the civil service that runs the country. But why it is that we don't have that competence in the civil servant? Why they study forestry, they study forestry, they study reforestation, they study these things, and when you actually go and see what they do, you just wonder if they're really educated.
Well, you see, if every 2 years you get a new minister who comes in and wants to change the policy and change the thing and drain the swamp,
Yeah.
right? What are you asking the public servant to do who has been trained in the discipline? And the minister says, no, let's do it this way, let's change. Caroni Swamp is not a good image for the tourists we want to attract. Let's call it the Caroni Lagoon. Right?
Yes, and do a lagoon.
That's what they're up against.
Okay.
Well, as soon as that minister moved, the name went back to where it really ought to be, because Caroni is a swamp.
Right.
And it is a big, valuable swamp for Trinidad.
So as you see it, as we go back again, we are saying that we may have the competence, but probably we need to look into it more
But
deeper.
the wrong system in at the top.
The wrong system.
Right? When a minister can draw down $300 million
Yeah.
and then
So
come
then
back and tell the people, you know, it was for to support the moratorium, and nobody saw any support for the moratorium,
Yes.
right? Then the system is wrong.
Then the system is wrong. All right.
But
So,
you need the same ministers to change the system because they're the ones that sit in parliament. And they're not going to change it because they love it so.
right. So that is, as we say, we are dealing with the hunting camps. We see and we recognize that the hunting camps are very valuable.
Valuable resource, but let the politicians remain hands off.
Yeah, don't interfere with the
A
hunting.
lot of them are on private land to start with,
Yes.
right? And I think this is what stopped them when they wanted to come and clear them.